And am I right? Dave Deathwish Legeno! And your referee in charge of the action is Mr. Grant Waterman.
Interesting mix of fighters, guys. How do you see this going?
I think this is going to be a completely unpredictable match. We've got star power inside the cage. We've got Dave Legeno, who's beaten Chemo and Dan Severn, and also is an accomplished actor, against one of the most renowned referees in the game, Herb Dean, who has been in with some of the best fighters, including Joe Riggs. And I'll tell you what, the online voting is in. ProElite.com readers say that 91% favor Herb Dean to win this fight. That's a huge margin. Why, I wonder?
Rob, what's your take on that? 91%.
Okay, we go. You ready?
I think people are possibly looking at Herb's jiu-jitsu background and seeing it as maybe a quick submission win, not realising that Legeno actually has a good submission background himself, and straight away he starts to strike. Herb looking for the takedown.
Smart move by Herb, because Dave's got heavy hands. We know that. Herb pulling guard. Herb on his back. Will Dave step back?
Steve, one thing we did see with Legeno, especially against Dan Severn, was the improvement in his takedown defense.
He needs to be careful though, because he's stalking Herb Dean and his hands are kind of low.
Herb's got to relax here. His hands are down, obviously showing no respect for the punching power of Herb Dean.
And a good low kick from him in reply, Rob.
It was a good low kick. Legeno's just stalking Herb Dean out there.
Herb settling down a bit.
Good leg kick by Legeno. Herb maybe needs to circle the other way. Mix it up a little bit.
One thing though, Steve, in his 6-fight career now, the other thing we've seen with Legeno is he's learning to relax in the cage, isn't he?
He absolutely is, because when you're 42 years old, relaxation is a key factor. The great Randy Couture is in his 40s now too, and he knows exactly when to put on the energy and when to relax.
This is great work by Dave Legeno, guys. I've got to be honest with you. He's controlling it very, very well, showing again how he's maturing into the game.
As I said before, Steve, that takedown defense is really coming on now, isn't it?
It really is. He trained with Don Fry, showed the takedown defense against Dan Severn, who, even though he was getting older, is still a threat to take you down. The fight only went to the ground at the very end of the 3rd round. Legeno had a great game plan. Got a good game plan coming into this one. So far, it's been all Legeno.
Herb looking for the ankle pick as he goes for the takedown, and he gets it. This is where Legeno could be in trouble as Herb goes to half guard, trying to move to man position.
This was a good move by Herb Dean to take it down, because standing up, he seemed to be in danger. He didn't really take that many shots to the head, if any at all. I mean, a couple low kicks. Herb's got to be patient here. I think Herb is slowing his tempo down now. He's starting to figure out, okay, I'm in a fight. What am I going to do? Pick the shots. Most of those did not land.
Herb Dean tries to open up. Legeno did a good job of defending.
But Rob, I think that was a good tactic from Herb, wasn't it, after that opening?
Yeah, it was. I mean, for me, Legeno needs to fight his way back to his feet. He needs to be opening that guard, try and get a heel into the hip. Needs to try and use defence, capitalise, work his way back to his feet. because here, I've got to be honest, guys, I favour Herb.
Well, Steve, we know we've talked about the improvements in Dave Legeno, but we're not talking about a man with an accomplished ground game at all, are we?
No, we're talking about a guy who's got basics. Now, Herb is thinking about, looks like he's going for a figure four toe hold or an upside down heel hook. I don't know the exact terminology, but I'm sure I'll think of something on what he was doing. That's the backward sit down, upside down heel hook, figure four toe hold, I guess, whatever.
Herb Dean looking for a big shot.
Herb getting another double leg takedown. Herb inching his way back into this fight with control. Smart game plan right now by Herb Dean.
Because, Steve, picking up something you said right at the beginning of the fight, Herb did seem nervous coming in.
He did. Dave came out with his hands down. Herb knew that Dave can punch because that was Dave's whole thing even before he started in MMA, is that he had a serious punch. He came out, he made Herb move around. It was a little bit intimidating coming here to England facing a popular fighter, the man that you call Hero to Zero, and Dave Legeno, Deathwish Legeno. Love that nickname. Herb thinking about a leg lock here, falling back into a heel hook.
It looks like he's on, it looks uncomfortable. Legeno's rolling with it, doing the right thing. Good work by Dave Legeno.
Herb did not have that, obviously.
But it's been really a first round of two halves, hasn't it?
It really has. Herb Dean in control, but nothing happening. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a restart standing here.
And Rob, in terms of the round ticking out now, just coming to the last 10 seconds, is it a shared round?
I think so. It's a very difficult round to call. Legeno, for me, had the first half. As you said, it's been a match of two, a round of two halves.
There we go, in round number one. Who has it? We'll find out soon.
So, Steve, Rob feels there that a very even round, and I think you agree.
I think so too, because Dave came out, house on fire, was making Herb almost run away with the stand-up, and then Herb got the takedown and controlled him at the end. Got a couple takedowns. It could have gone into a draw round, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Herb Dean controlled more of the round. Oh, we have a TKO here.
What's happened?
This is incredible. Herb saying something about his right eye. I think he pointed to the eye. And the Legeno story continues, but this one is going to be tinged with controversy. I don't know what it is with Herb. I'm sure we'll find out later. But he was talking about the right eye, and the doctor's looking into it now.
It doesn't. I don't know, guys. We're going to have to wait for the official decision to come from the referee.
But finally, what it means is that Legeno goes in to the pluses with the wins over the losses. 4 and 3 now.
Yes, he does. He's won 4 in a row, and he's just defeated Herb Dean by TKO.
#1.
So guys, that's 3 legends in a row.
Incredible story continues for Dave Deathwish Legeno at the age of 42. He's looking over at Herb. He looks slightly disappointed, but I don't know what it is with Herb. We will find out very shortly. But a win is a win, Steve, and as you said, that's 4 on the spin.
4 on the road, and he's on his way up. George Foreman said constantly after his second resurrection as a heavyweight fighter, life begins at 40. I'm sure Dave Legeno will agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first round, Herb Dean is unable to see out of his right eye, therefore unable to continue. And your winner, Dave Deathwish Legeno! And ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your runner-up, Herb Dean!
Dave, it goes down as another win. I'm going to be quite honest, I'm guessing that's not the